Hello friends, in previous class we have learned regarding the differential amplifier or differential pair. Now today we will do a numerical taking care of a common mode voltage of a MOS differential pair. Now the question is given. What is the question? For the MOS differential pair with a common mode voltage VCM applied as shown in figure is given below. Figure, let VDD equals to VSS equals to 1.5 volt, Kn dash into W by L equals to 4 milliampere per volt square. Threshold voltage Vt equals to 0.5 volt. I, current passing through the constant current source supply, I equals to 0.4 milliampere, and Rd resistance value is 2.5 kilo ohm. And here neglecting the channel length modulation, that means lambda equals to 0. Assume that the current source I requires a minimum voltage of 0.4 volt to operate properly. So this is the current source is providing I current. The value of I equals to 0.4 milliampere, and it has been assumed that minimum 0.4 volt required to operate this ideal current source operate properly. So now what we have to find out? First, find out V overdrive voltage and VGS for each transistor. So in figure you can see that two transistors are there and VCM is applied common voltage across the gate terminals. This is a differential pair amplifier or differential amplifier configuration. So the transistors are matched, and as the same potential is applied across the gate terminals, so the current passing through the transistors, that should be same. Here you can see that the current passing through this transistor is ID1 and through this transistor is ID2. So, and the source terminals are both source of both transistors are connected through a current source. So the current ID1 should be equals to ID2, and as I equals to ID1 plus ID2, so ID1 equals to, we can write I by 2. So this is I by 2, current is passing through. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out overdrive voltage and VGS. Now these transistors are operating in saturation region, so we can write the current equation ID1 equals to I by 2 equals to half into Kn dash W by L into VGS minus VT whole square. Okay, now VGS minus VT, that's represented by V overdrive voltage. So from there we can write I by 2 equals to half Kn dash W by L into V overdrive voltage cut. So V overdrive voltage equals to I by Kn dash W by L root under. So where VGS minus VT, that is represented as the V overdrive voltage. So V overdrive voltage equals to VGS. So V overdrive voltage we can find out that equals to, so I is given what, 0.4 by Kn dash into W by L is 4 milliampere per volt square. So that is root under. So V overdrive voltage equals to 0.316 volt. Now V overdrive voltage equals to VGS minus VT. So VGS equals to V overdrive voltage plus VT. That V overdrive voltage we got 0.316 plus the threshold voltage is 0.5 volt. So VGS 0.816 volt. VGS, and this is the overdrive voltage. Okay. Now second part, for VCM equals to 0, find VS, ID1, ID2, VD1 and VD2. Now when we will replace VCM equals to 0, now the same mass transistors used and same gate potential we are applying across, so current passing through the transistors should be same. So ID1 equals to ID2, so the current ID1 for B, ID1 should be equals to ID2 equals to I by 2, that 0.2 milliampere. That's our. What about VD1 and VD2? VD1 equals to, we can write VDD minus I by 2 into RD. So VDD is given, VDD value is 1.5 volt, RD value is given 2.5 kilo ohm. So we can write 1.5 minus I by 2 value is 0.2 milliampere into RD is milliampere, that means 10 to the power minus 3 into RD is 2.5 into kilo ohm, so 10 to the power 3, that equals to 1 volt. Okay. Now VD1 equals to VD2, the same potential will come across the another, same potential will come across the another terminal VD2, as the current ID2 is same as ID1, so same potential will drop across here. VDD value is same, so VD2 will be the same, VDD, that also equals to VD1 equals to 1 volt. We have to find out another thing is VS. How to find out? This is the S source, so what will be the potential at that terminal Vs. So Vs is nothing but Vcm minus the VGS. So potential difference between gate and source. So Vs equals to VG minus VGS. Vg is the applied voltage, that here Vg applied is Vcm, that is 0. So as the Vcm is 0, so Vg value is 0 minus Vgs is 0.816. So Vs equals to minus 0.816 volt. Okay. Okay. Now next one, C. In C it has been said repeat B for VCM equals to 1 volt. Now previously VCM we have taken 0, and now we'll take VCM equals to 1 and find out Vs, ID1, ID2, VD1 and VD2. Now as the VCM will be 1 and the matched transistors, so same current will pass through both transistors, so ID1 equals to ID2, so that is equals to ID1 equals to ID2 equals to I by 2, that should be, so the current will be same 0.2 milliampere. Now VD1, if we replace the VD1 equals to then VDD minus I by 2 into RD. RD value is same, I is same, so VD1 equals to VD2 equals to, we will get the same potential 1. Now what will be the Vs? Vs equals to Vg minus Vgs. Now Vg equals to, we are applying now how much potential? We are taking VCM equals to positive, VCM equals to positive 1 volt. Now we are taking VCM equals to positive 1 volt. So VCM equals to Vg. So VCM equals to Vg. So Vg equals to 1 volt minus 0.816 volt, 0.184 volt, and VD1 equals to VD2 equals to, you will get 1 volt, same using the same formula, and ID1 equals to ID2 equals to, you will get I by 2, that is 0.2 milliampere. Now for D, repeat the same B for taking care of VCM equals to G minus 0.2 volt. Now if you consider VCM, now for D where VCM we are considering minus 0.2 volt, that is equals to Vg. Okay, so what will be the Vs? Vs equals to Vg minus Vgs equals to minus 0.2 minus 0.816 volt. So that's the potential Vs, and if we find out Vd1, that will be the same as the current passing through. ID1 will be the ID2 equals to I by 2, that is 0.2 milliampere, So VD1 equals to VD2 equals to the same potential, as the current passing through the transistor will be same. So across the resistor potential drop will be same. So the potential at VD1 and VD2 will be 1 volt. Now E. Now find out what is the highest permitted value of VCM, and F, what is the lowest value allowed for VCM. So we have to find out VCM max and VCM min. So VCM max, we have in the previous class we have find out VCM max number that class, and we have seen that VCM max equals to threshold voltage Vt plus VDD minus I by 2 into RD. So if we apply that formula, then we can find out VCM max equals to, this is the formula. So Vt is nothing but 0.5 plus Vd is 1.5 volt, and current is 0.2 milliampere into 2.5 into 10 to the power 3. From there we can find calculation, we will get 1.5 volt. And VCM max mean that we have find out in the previous class, that VCM mean equals to V overdrive plus threshold voltage plus VCS minus VSS. So VCS is the minimum voltage required to operate the current source properly, that is given that is given 0.4 volt. From there, so V overdrive voltage we have find out 0.316 plus threshold voltage 0.5 plus VCS is required minimum potential to operate the ideal current source properly, that is given 0.4 minus 1.5 volt VSS value minus 0.2. So finally we have find out the VCM max and VCM min. Thank you all.